very interesting place.
So much again. It's always inspiring to hang around
you. 18 years ago, Springboard Virtual University began as an idea, a broadcast that was reflecting on the good society and on the topic, how much land does a man need? Comfort and I were very excited, but we never had an idea about how big this could become. Today we look back at 18 years and just want to say a big thank you to every resource person that has made your thoughts and wisdom available to our listeners and viewers, every past and present sponsor, mentioning especially the Enterprise Group MTN Ghana and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between Mastercard Foundation and Springboard, especially thanking the multimedia group as well for being so committed throughout the years. Today we want to thank our listeners and viewers. You have been amazing. Thank you and thank you and thank you again. A special thank you to you listening today, and a commitment that going forward we'll work together to become even 10 times better than we are today and make this continually the place to always be every Sunday evening. So thank you for what you have done, what you are doing, and what you continue to do together on Springboard, your virtual university. Happy anniversary, and God bless you.
He's on a turnaround. Turn around.
Turning point, yeah.
He's on a turnaround.
Hello and welcome to Springboard, your virtual university. My name is Albert Ocran. Welcome you to Ghana's foremost developmental program and that place where the greatest minds in the world converge. Springboard is brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with Enterprise Group, MTN Ghana, and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between Mastercard Foundation and Springboard. Our media partners are Joy 99.7 FM Joy News Television, the Graphic Group of Newspapers, and the Springboard channel on YouTube. This August is very special for us here at Springboard because we celebrate Springboard at 18. And you can hear the applause in the studio because, as was the case last week, I'm surrounded by young people and friends of young people. Last week's conversation was about our thematic areas, not in the lined up way that you are used to, but a conversation around themes like leadership, like entrepreneurship, like career development, talent development, financial literacy, and of course, technology. So those themes were woven through a conversation themed what young people are saying. And by a popular request, we are back on the same theme, what young people are saying, but this time, not about our thematic areas per se, even though if a question comes up in that area, it's still welcome. We are swinging our attention now to relationships, the power of relationships. And in case you are thinking about lobby, yeah, it's part of it, but the broad spectrum of the people that surround you in life and how that can impact who you become. So we'll talk about dating, marriage, mentoring, coaching, peers, everything in between, just to find out, can a person's relationships impact their journey? Can the choices we make in the area of relationships help us to achieve our aspirations in life and also help build the good society? I'm privileged to have the same cast with some slight variations as we had last week, but I happen to retain my panel, and I have once again Charles Karim Busumpra, CEO of Primage Consult. Let's welcome Charles to the club. I have Abella Karim Busumpra. She's head of operations at Primage Consult. And the Primage, you can tell. Let's clap for them again. And then I have my twin brother, Chris Diaba, People Capability Head at an international financial institution. And he's here to help us talk about people, leadership. He's also a career a coach, performance coach, and executive coach. Chris, good to see you.
Good to be here. Thank you.
And of course, yours truly in the chair for the 18th year non-stop and still here. And I'm surrounded by amazing young people to have this conversation. So it's about relationships, it's about mentoring, it's about everything in between. Let me open this by saying that in the course of my life, I wish I could take credit for everything I've done. I wish I could say that I am who I am because of what I've learned, where I've been, what I've done, what I've experienced. But I must be humble to say so many of the critical moments in my life have been influenced by relationships. Starting from my first girlfriend, my mother, who taught me so much without necessarily doing it in the lecture room style. My mother was a head teacher, so that was quite an interesting mix. We'll talk about that one later. But my mother was my hero growing up. I want to use this platform to mention my brother Sam, my late sister Elsie, and then talk about my wife Comfort, my best friend, my partner in business, my partner in ministry, and then people who have mentored me, people who have guided me, people I have mentored, people I've worked with, some of whom have stayed by us and with us for 15, 16, 17, 18 years. Humbling. And all these people in their own way have contributed to my journey. So I'm a product of my relationships. And I proudly say that people like Chris, been in my life for years. I mean, when I stand on stage and I say, I've known this person for 47 years or something like that, people are like, not only they say you are old, but they say you keep your relationships so long. Let's talk about relationships. Let me start with you, Francisca. How important are relationships to you as a young person? And what has been your experience in how relationships have impacted your life?
Okay, so for me as a young person, I think that relationship is very important because if you want to go far, you definitely have to go with somebody. And for me, I have come far because I've had people hold my hand and taking me to places that if I were to be by myself, I may have never accessed. So I think it's very important, and definitely if you want to go far, you have to have somebody to hold your hand. So yes.
She says she has come far, Charlie. Now when I see Francisca, I'll greet her well because she has come very far. Thank you so much for your opening thoughts, Francisca. Let me go to Priscilla. Priscilla, how important are relationships? And this time I'm going to move into friendships, dating, and courtship and marriage. How important, in your opinion, are the choices that a human being makes in this area?
Okay, thank you very much. I think that relationships are very important in the area of dating, courtship, and marriage because who you move with shapes you, it shapes how you think and who you become. So if you're making a choice of a partner, somebody you intend to live with for a long time, I think a lot of thought needs to go into it. And it also shapes, it's not just about you, but then the product of the relationship. So if you're looking at marriage, then you have to think about your children. So it's not a decision that you must make in a rush or in the spur of the moment. You need to really think about it. Look at the person as a whole. Do you like the person? What can they offer you? Can they help you in the journey that you are running? Another thing you need to also look at is that
Don't say all, because I can see Nikolai ready to add some. So tell me, you say you look at your children. What kind of children would you have with this person?
Yeah.
So it means that the person that you marry can determine the kind of children you have.
To a large extent.
Wow, this is deep. So you look at the person's head, the way they talk, you say, these are the children who have a very oblong head or what?
Okay, the looks are important, but it's more about character.
The character.
And then the value that the person is bringing and how the person can shape your life and your future.
Yeesh. All right. Let me hear you. Caleb, you're on for the first time. Tell me, how big are relationships for you? You can choose anyone: mentoring, marriage, friendship, dating, courtship. Express. Caleb.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. So relationships are really important to friendship because there's this trend that came out about who knows you is more important than that statement that this is my guy. This is my guy can take you places where you don't know, you don't expect you to go. So I feel building the right connections with people, establishing a good relationship with people goes a long way for me.
Must you time them or let it flow naturally? I mean, when you go to a place, you look for people who can take you somewhere, or you just relate, and then as it goes, it comes organically.
Yes, sometimes you need to grab it. The when and where matters. Sometimes you see an opportunity and know that, no, this thing, if I don't take it by force, it won't happen. So you approach the person. Sometimes you approach the person will say, later, come back. Still persistent. Sometimes you need to persist to get what you want. So.
All right, so this is the first topic we'll put on the social media debate. In forming relationships, do you target somebody that you think can get you somewhere, or you build the relationships organically and let the chips fall as they may? Please choose between targeted relationships and then organic relationships. I'm going to ask my friends in the studio to vote first. And there's nothing like midpoint or all. Do you go for targeted relationships or organic relationships? I'm going to count down from 5 to 1. Everyone must vote, including Chris, who doesn't believe in voting. Okay, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those who believe in targeted relationships, let me see your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, those who believe in organic, just flow. Let me see your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So those who didn't vote. Who didn't vote? Okay, let's start with you, Bridget. You next time you must vote. What do you believe and why?
So, I mean, my reason for not voting is because it depends. So, for instance, if I go out there for, let's say, a networking event that is focused on maybe people who are in agribusiness, that would mean I would want to target a particular people that I would want to connect with. And even, let's say I go for a networking session or an event that is open, that has different people there, it would just be an organic networking. I would want to just talk to anyone who knows in the upcoming years something fruitful. I mean, all that it shouldn't be that. I think sometimes as youths, when we are trying to, let's say, connect with people, we're always looking at what we are going to get from the people, but not what they are going to also gain from us. And sometimes it becomes, that's why sometimes we meet some of these renowned people and they're like, go, because they are tired of redraining whatever we want to take from them and they're not getting. So sometimes I think it's good to present what you, the individual, you have, the value you have, and from there, the relationship would go.
My biggest mentoring relationship in my entire life, I walked into the person's office and I said, for 2 years, I've been thinking of what I can do for you. I finally found it. The person opened his eyes in shock. And I came with an offer of what I will do to support the person rather than what the person should do for me. And after that, I had nothing else to add. We are in relationship till today. Yeah, so you are right about what you can offer, not what the person can do for you. If you lead with what you can offer, you are very likely to make a lot of progress. But I also must caution about the targeting side of things, because that targeting approach often looks at the outward, what you think the person has. Priscilla says in relationships you must consider carefully what you want. So what would you consider? What will you consider when you are making a choice with relationship, dating, marriage in view? What will you consider? Would you even marry at all? Because I've met people who say, as for us, we will not marry. I think we are open in this conversation to hear your thoughts, because we are not assuming that you even want to marry. So when you start, tell us whether you will marry or not. And if you will, what kind of attributes would you look out for? At least give us one. Let me swing to my right. I say, will you marry? Do you plan to marry?
I'm still thinking about it, but I hope to marry. I hope to.
You are an architect. Normally, you plan things and you are very clear in your mind when you are planning. Why has marriage become a hope issue?
This one thing I'm not clear about.
What is working for and what is working against? Educate me. I want to know.
Okay. So, from what I've seen so far, so far, all the people around me are in good marriages, great marriages.
Okay.
Yes, but then also the people around me are in not so great marriages. So I'm in the middle where I know that it can be good or it can be bad. I'm a person who gets tired of being in the same place for so long, but I don't believe I'll be polygamous. So there are so many things I'm looking at, I'm thinking about. Yes.
Wow, clap for her.
sorry.
The way you're clapping is like you're still thinking about the clap. Clap for her. You know, many of my young friends have said that when we create conversations like this, we like to guide them towards the very structured, nice answers. So we never get to find the real truth about what young people are saying. I love what they're saying. I love it. Because typically you will not hear this in these kinds of conversations. She says, listen, one part of me sees nice marriages and I say, yeah, that's it. The one part of me to sees horrible ones. I say, no, that's not it. And I don't know which one is winning, the nice or the bad. And then to make it worse, I don't also like being at one thing for a long time. I get bored. Hey, I don't also believe in polygamy. Too powerful, too powerful. One more clap for her. You know, your thoughts alone can shape the whole show. That's what they call an architect sponge. All right, Ernest, let's hear your thoughts.
Yes,
Are you married?
I'm about to.
About to. Please announce the wedding date, the venue, the time. All listeners and viewers of the virtual university are coming for your wedding. Your reception, the food will get finished before the first.
Okay, so from the perspective from where my sister ended, yes, I'm in the process of entering into the institution of wedlock. We are hoping that God will let next year.
Next year.
Successfully transition.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so in looking at...
That means you know the person.
Yes, please.
What do you look out for?
So what I look out for, or what I've looked out for, is, as someone coming from a Christian background. That was the first priority.
Faith was number one.
Yeah, faith was number one. Someone who will not come and distract the covenant I have with my Maker. Someone who will help us fulfill the covenant I have with my Maker. Someone who will come and help us to also make a positive impact in the next generation. That's those behind us, so that we can serve as better role models for them. That's the most paramount thing. Also, financial compatibility also comes in.
Tell me.
Sure.
Cherise, I beg, listen carefully. I know when you mention money, I must call Cherise to listen. Yes, what about money?
Yeah, so when we were setting out our targets, at that time when I met her, I was at the early stages of establishing that program. And I just left the National Identification Authority. So I asked her that this is my current situation. Is money the main fulcrum for our relationship? So she also asked me, what are my plans for the next 3 years with this initiative for this company I'm setting towards? So every stage in our lives, I also told her my plans that in the next 3 years, I see this company growing, hitting target, making positive impacts on the lives of the youth as well. So what we did was we set out that, okay, let's open an account purposely for our future offspring.
Account.
So whatever resource we get, at least a percentage goes into that special account for both of us, so that in the nearby future, anything we need, we can rely on that account.
Pause right there. Priscilla, you're a communicator. Dig out 3 words from what Ernest just said. Planning, yes. So Priscilla is digging out 3 words. So she says number 1 is what?
Planning.
Planning. Okay, number 2.
Strategy.
Strategy.
Communication.
planning, strategy, and communication. I think that should be a book. Charlie, so who's writing the book? Should it be Priscilla or it should be Ernest? Co-authors. I think so. But you're saying that those conversations have been held and you have put in place what works for you.
Yes.
Excellent. Anita, in choosing a marital partner, we've heard from a few of your colleagues about what should be the priority. What will be yours? Will you marry?
Oh yes, for sure.
For sure. I like that. For
Yes.
sure. No doubt. I say, did you hear that? You, the architect, you say, yeah. She says, pa! You should get married. Okay. Anita, let's hear you.
I think marriage is a beautiful thing when you find the right person.
Why? Why are you saying that?
Yes, the right person being.
Why is it beautiful?
Why is it beautiful? I believe God made all things beautiful, and the right marriage that is fulfilling, and then a godly marriage is beautiful, especially when you and your partner are on the same page. You're of the same faith. You have the same values, and you are working towards a particular goal for your marriage.
Faith, values, and goals.
Yes. So I believe one thing that is very important for me that I have seen is that you need to have a discussion with the person that you choose to do life with. Because when you are single or you are still an individual, you don't understand that you need to have a discussion with your partner about the children that you are even going to raise, about your financial goals. Is the person also accountable to somebody that when there is a challenge, you can go to that person to be a mediator between the two of you? It's very important, because if the person is not held accountable to any person, then it means that if something happens, then you're on your own. The person is not going to listen to anybody apart from themselves.
You know, once a year, you say something very powerful. Once a year. This is just the most powerful thing you said this year. That last one. Oh, my goodness. And that's the voice of Anita there. She's the coordinator of this broadcast. She's always in the background. She only sits on when we are celebrating anniversary. So please clap for her. Anita says, if you meet somebody who says, after me, nobody can control me, nobody can talk to me, nobody can tell me anything. When you hear that, please, it is a very stern warning that the person is not governable and answerable to anyone, and that person can be extremely dangerous. Okay, so Cherise, will you marry?
I would like to think so, because the people that surround me in marriages, they all have beautiful marriages, and the only bad marriages that I've heard of is in books or movies or maybe online. So I've never actually seen a marriage that is bad, but I've heard of such. Yeah.
So the picture you are seeing is influencing your choice. All right. So all parents listening to me, watching us at home, please, the law of Cherise, number 1 from last week is that she likes money. Number 2 is that your children are watching you. So if they see what inspires them, they will say they want to marry. If they don't see, they'll tell you you won't marry. So all of you, please make sure that your children see a good example in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Amen to that. Amen. I greet and I celebrate all parents who are listening. The Lord be with you in this very, very arduous task of modeling marriage right for your children. So Cherise, mainly the reason why you want to marry is because you are seeing good marriages. The bad ones, they're in books.
Yes.
Powerful. And online. Okay, so what about marriage makes you want to marry?
I feel like, well, I believe that it's beautiful to have someone to like talk to and be with, but you see, most of the time people are alone in the beginning. They have no one to talk to, in the sense that you have to make friends before you can actually get someone to talk to. But I'm a twin, so I have my built-in best friend. I don't have to feel lonely, because even if I go to a new place, a new environment, and I'm not comfortable, I know that she's with me, so
Wow.
I can decide not to talk to anyone
And
because
you'll be fine.
yes. So
That's interesting.
I believe that if that's the kind of relationship I have with her, then how much more marriage?
Yay. Okay, so the good news is that we have your twin sister here. So let's come to you, Caris. First of all, do you want to marry? Based on what you've been reflecting on over the years, do you want to get married?
I'm still thinking.
You're still thinking. Your sister seems to be very sure that based on what she's seen, maybe. Okay, so what is enabling the decision and what is making you think twice? We want to learn. We want to hear from you and learn from you. What are the things that are working in favor of marriage?
My parents.
Your parents, they have a good marriage, eh?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. What do you like about your parents?
Their marriage or them in particular?
Both, especially their marriage. What about their marriage makes you want to get
They
married?
are exemplary. Like how they behave makes you.
How did they behave? Tell us.
Hey.
That's the whole idea.
I can't say it off.
You can't say it off
Like I
your
can't-
head, but there's something. Something.
I can't just say it on the spot. Like I have to think.
You have to think about it, but there's something you can't pinpoint, but it's there. My goodness. Let me go back to Cherise for help. Cherise, so but do you think that when you and still with the two of you who are twins, I intentionally put you apart so you don't sit together. So the two of you, considering how close you are, when you get married and you are with your husband would you still be very close?
I feel like it's inbuilt, so yes.
Inbuilt.
The response is inbuilt, so yes.
Oh, okay. This is the virtual university. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Because guess what? Cherise and Caris and Asay, we have your father here. So let's ask him. Does he think he's a good husband? Does he think he and his wife have a good marriage? So that we can test the hypothesis.
It's called more pressure.
To be fair to you, Asay says she's seen good, she's seen not so good, and she's reflecting on both as she considers her own decision. Cherise says she's seen good. Caris says she's seen good. And in all instances, you are the overlapping factor. So they have said that you are good. How does it make you feel? And what can we learn from the impact of parents on their children's worldview?
I think first is humbling because these are people who are home with me. There's very little I can hide from them. So they will see what people outside or the public doesn't see. And I must say that I have an incredibly, very, very good wife.
May you live longer.
Amen.
So that's a big factor.
Well, if you ask her, and I heard somebody ask her, and she said she had a good husband, I suspect that is me.
I want to celebrate, especially I see every one of you, but I think I see caught my attention in a peculiar way with her description. She was very open. She was very honest, and she says, "So I don't know." I mean, I like all of you who say you are trying to figure it out. I think there's beauty even in that. But when all is said and done, we want to help ourselves to understand better without contributing much, but just helping you to bring your thoughts to. Along the line, I'll bring in my seniors, all of whom are married. But we spend the first half of this program just listening to you, and because this is about your voice, youth voice, it's about what young people are seeing. But along the line, I'll bring the thoughts of my panel to help shape and guide without interfering in the process you are going through of forming your thoughts. This is another 18th anniversary edition of Springboard, your virtual university, and it's purely anchored on the fact that relationships are critical in this journey of yours. Springboard has been brought to you, or is brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with the Enterprise Group, MTN Ghana, and the Ghana Growth Program, a collaboration between MasterCard Foundation and Springboard. Our media partners, Joy FM, Joy News, the graphic group of newspapers, and the Springboard channel on YouTube. Grab yourself a cup of tea, because when we come back, let's bring it together and then let's match it against mentoring. Whose voice do you listen to, and how is it shaping your journey? Please don't go away.
Turning point. Yeah, he's a turnaround.
Hello? I had to send you your momo ready.
Oh,
I go here. Start Joshua.
There comes a time when money matters get tricky. When paying back feels hard, we get creative. But here's a beautiful fact. Every time you pay back, you keep the line going. You make space for someone else. So don't break the chain. From quick loan and smart loan to extra cash, easy cash, agent flex, Ahumka loan, express loan, Busia loan, and many more. It's all in your Momo app when you need it. Borrow, sort out, pay back.
Momo.
Because when you do, Momo Day for everybody.
Enterprise Blue FM.
Enterprise Blue FM, the butts.
It's DJ E on Enterprise Blue FM. Guys, after the heavy rains this week, we are looking for the calmest person in Ghana. Who's the most chill person you know right now? Let's go.
DJ, it has to be Mansa. Look, the flood entered her house and completely submerged her car. Next thing I see on her WhatsApp status, she's smiling and sipping tea on her balcony. Like me, I'll be crying, but she's totally relaxed. DJ, it's true. Mansa's home and car are destroyed, but this girl is not stressing at all. She just tells us everything is under control. Hey, Mansa, how?
Wow, Mansa, we need your secret too.
They say and so but when unexpected floods strike, we've got you covered. At Enterprise Insurance, with over 100 years of experience, we say whether it's home, motor, travel, or insurance for your business, at SOA, if it happens, chill.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Turning point. Yeah, he's a turnaround.
Welcome back to Springboard, your virtual university, and to this special 18th anniversary edition. We are using the month of August to celebrate 18 years of your virtual university. You say, did you say 18? I say yes. The first show was on the 4th of August in the year 2008, and that was a Monday evening. We had the first show on Monday evening at 8 p.m., after which the very next show we moved to a Sunday, and the rest is history. So this is a special broadcast. Last week we spent time talking about our thematic areas, building conversations around them. Today we are looking at relationships. So far we've explored building connections. Do you go targeted or do you go generalized, organic as it were? And I'm sure we are continuing our debate on our social media pages. Do you want to go organic or you want to go targeted? During the break, some heated perspectives came in. I'm going to allow them very, very shortly so that we see where we are trending, whether we are organically going or targeted going. But while we are that, you also spend time talking about what would you look out for in a marriage partner. Would you marry in the first place? So you listening and watching, will you marry? And why am I asking? Because I grew up in a cultural environment where it was assumed that everyone would marry. As I work as a pastor, a counselor, and a coach, I'm realizing that it's an assumption to think that everyone is planning to marry. So out of respect, I start by asking first, do you intend to? And I'm finding out that yes, it's a journey for everyone. Some have already decided, some are thinking, some have not yet decided. It's okay. It's okay. I've not had a no so far, but and it's very but we'll see. So we've explored, if you will marry, what one thing would you look out for? Let's hear your thoughts also on that on our social media handles. But let me open the I keep saying the phone lines. I'm going back to 2008, but let me open the channels for our young people to ask any questions and educate us on the perspectives. Not just questions, but sometimes help us to understand what we don't know about you that we need to know so we can relate better, because we can't relate to you based on assumptions of our time. Okay, let's start with you, Asay.
So earlier we spoke about targeted and organic relationships, and for someone who also looks at what we as people in this relationship have to offer each other, how do you go about it without the relationship being purely transactional? Yes, that's my question.
How do you go about targeting without it looking like that's all you came for?
Yes.
Okay, let's park that question. Take a second one, and then we'll try and answer them. Let's hear from you, Cherise.
Okay, so my question is, what happens when during a marriage, like after the honeymoon phase, where everything seems to be going on smoothly, life happens, and life brings on its troubles, and then it affects the people, and then they change? What happens?
Wonderful. I like the way you say life happens. So during the honeymoon, life doesn't happen. Eh? No, you're on the moon. Too powerful, too powerful. Let's clap for them. Two brilliant questions. My prayers are with you. The questions are too powerful. Transactional versus targeted. And you're saying you must target because of certain shared aspirations. But how do you do it without it sounding like you are just transactional and you are just there for it? Powerful. And you are saying when the honeymoon passes and people become themselves or trouble comes and they change, what do you do? All right, let me start on the honeymoon one with Charles and Ebele. Did you, when your honeymoon ended, did you wake up one day and say, hey, shout out? Let me hear you.
I think something you have to understand is the woman you marry as a man, right, in her 20s is no longer the woman you meet in her 30s, and may differ from the one you discover in your 40s. So life is about discovering yourself, and even in marriage, it's about rediscovering your partner. But I think that if you marry the right person and at their core, your values align, your virtues align, then even at different stages of your life, you can find a common ground. But when you marry based on deceit, and you marry based on looks or reasons that are not founded, on core principles and values, then at the end of the day, you discover someone that is entirely different from the one you married, right? So that's why I love what you said earlier. It's about communication, as he said and you said. It's about communicating before you get to that point, to know what their values are, what their virtues are, what they stand for, what lines they will not cross, what is their core. Because what you see on the face will always change. The looks will change, the preference will change, the things that are important will change. But then at their core, that doesn't change over time. Mm-hmm. So once you have that, you can always rediscover each other. And then when things go out of bound, you can always come back to that core and find yourself.
So Charles goes for values before looks. And all those who see values before looks, look at them twice because they have beautiful wives. Emily, let's hear your thoughts. He says the woman you will discover at 30 and 40 is not the same as the one you marry. Is it the same with the men too?
Yes, it's the same.
Okay.
So when you start off with them, their youthful era, obviously what they look out for, though I believe for some men their vision still stands stronger, and as they age even further, they have a stronger vision. They're connected to their visions even more. So in that regard, that's a different subject. But like you said, like you rightly said, the phases still differ. In marriage already is a phase, so has different seasons. So you just need to have the common core, which is, like you said, the values, the principles, is the very thing that would hold for the marriage in the near future to come. So that when there are changes, when there are heat, when there's any storm that comes, the anchor there are the principles that would, hold the marriage the next level. Yes.
Excellent. I'm going to come to you, Chris, very shortly on the issue of transactional. How do you avoid being transactional as you target? But let me hear your thoughts. we're just being made to understand that, please, put more weight on values than looks. Please don't tell me a polished answer. In your mind, as you sit here right now, values and looks, which one is reigning? Caleb, which one is reigning?
I feel looks for me first, because if you don't find a person attractive, you won't even stay to even see what values you have. So looks will attract you to find
the
out
looks
the value.
is itself a value.
Yes, please.
Oh my goodness. The values include good looks.
Yes, please.
You know, I can afford to be very happy at your expense. Looks to cry a value. So Caleb, you say your first is looks, because the person must look good first before you begin to even look at the values. All right, let's hear two more. Looks or values? Who hasn't spoken? Looks or values? Delsoy, looks or values? Everyone must tell me where you sit, the way the person looks and their values. I know both are important, but which one is first?
I would go for values.
Yes, I'll go for values. Values first.
Why?
I mean, I feel like I don't know why, but I just feel like I'll go for values first.
Will you do a photo shoot for your wedding?
Sorry.
Will you do a photo shoot for your wedding?
Oh, the photo shoot's near the wedding.
Hey, please write on social media photo shoot near the wedding. So you are saying that values, and values.
Yeah, I think they stand the test of time.
They stand the test of time. Okay. So when is the right time for marriage?
It's different for everyone.
Tell me your time.
Let's say I found a person.
Find the person, number one.
For me, the time will be right when I have my own house,
Let's
see, vehicle,
car. Yes.
I have enough money.
Yes.
To I have a trust fund or something for my kids. I have to make preparation
House,
for my kids.
car, money, trust fund for kids.
Yes, before I get married.
Hey, can you please clap for Denzel? Man, oh my word! Charlie, like your marking scheme was the one I used like by now.
So as for me, even if I'm 50 years old and I'm now getting married and I have everything there, I don't have a problem with it.
Please clap for him. Anita, you clearly disagree with him. Yeah, you're allowed to. Let's hear your perspective. Because you said, ha! That means that you disagree. So give the mic to Anita. Let's hear Anita's perspective. Okay, let's hear your perspective.
Okay, so the fact that he's saying that even when it's 50 years,
yes,
some people do get married at 50 years. But I am thinking in my mind, if you get married at 50 years, how old will your children be when you are 70 years?
But yes, a trust fund for them already, so he doesn't worry.
Yes, but you kind of miss out on so many things that you could have done with them.
So
when
what's
they
the
were
ideal
younger.
age in your opinion?
I don't have an ideal age.
And then his is ideal.
But 50 is too late.
So which one is okay?
50, like that's half of your life.
So which one is yours?
I don't have one, but 50 is too late.
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Okay, then let me open this. No, don't worry. I want everybody to express your opinion freely. And you say, you dear, those four things are non-negotiable. Car, house, money, and trust fund for the children. And you are making that a prerequisite for marriage. Even if it means 50 before you get married, you are fine. Please, let's clap for him again. Anita says she objects, and yet she does not have an alternative age at which ideally a person must marry. By the way, the age a person must marry, does it vary for women and men?
Yes.
So what's the age for women?
Ideally, by 25, they expected to be married.
Expected, okay.
Yes, but you realize that that's not how life is. You have your desires, your expectations, but you don't always get it like that. And so I agree with Denzel. It's about finding the right person, making sure that everything you need is in place. So, whether
So in your
it's a
case,
car-
is it the house, the car? Hey, there's a powerful guy.
In my case, I would say finding the right person.
Finding the right person. Yeah. Powerful.
I have a question.
Caris.
Who's the right person?
25 to 30.
For both of them.
Yeah.
For both of them.
For some people, there's an ideal age. As people say, age is just a number. So sometimes you hear that maybe a 68-year-old woman has gone to marry a 25-year-old man, or maybe a 70-year-old man has just gotten married to a 35-year-old.
Would you marry a younger man?
No,
Would you marry an older man?
just like a right age. But
What's the ideal gap, in your opinion, between a couple?
maybe 6 or 7.
Yes.
Yes. Gap.
6 or 7 year gap. Would you marry a person 7 years younger than you?
No.
7 years older?
Maybe.
7 years younger, no. 7 years older, maybe. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't this amazing? Francisca, let's hear you. Let's find out. In your opinion, would you? What age is ideal for women and for men?
Okay, so for a lady, I think 28 is fine.
Mm-hmm.
And for a guy, 32, 33.
Must the
downwards.
guy always be older than the woman?
No.
Would you marry a younger man?
I don't mind.
You don't mind?
Yes.
Sure. If somebody has been targeting you and they are listening to the show right now, they are like, eh.
I mean, it's more about the values and then the personality of the person. Because you
Values and
have
personality.
older men who may not necessarily meet the criteria that
What are the
you want.
criteria? 1,
Someone who is kind.
kind. 2,
Someone who is patient.
3.
Someone who is God-fearing.
Kind, patient, and God-fearing. Written by Francisca Pedu. Can I clap for it? The looks is not inside.
It matters.
It
right?
matters. Hey, it matters. Okay.
Yeah.
What about the looks? Tall, short, dark, beard?
Okay, so for me, I don't really mind when it comes to complexion. Fair, dark, I'm okay. But when it comes to height, you should be a little taller than me.
Kabant.
Yes.
I saw some young man eyeing you last week. I just realized that he's disqualified. Height?
Yes, please don't be short, I beg you.
Oh my word! Hey, this is very unfair. I'm telling you, I've disqualified a number of Ghanaians by just that statement because I know your height.
Yes, I'm short, so you can't be short. And my dad is very tall. So,
Okay, so Bridget, do you hear the last statement? My dad is very tall. Would a woman sometimes invariably find herself looking for her dad in a partner?
Yes. Personally, I mean, if I'm to get married, I'm actually going to find someone that has the qualities of my dad as a partner. That is if I'm to settle down.
But will you marry?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
I say, ideal age for a woman, ideal age for a man.
So I used to think it was like 25, and I heard a lady pastor saying that by the age of 25, a woman doesn't necessarily know who she is.
Really?
Yeah, that's what she said. She said she doesn't really know who she is, and she's still finding herself. So either it was something like she should be older, so maybe 27 day.
Okay.
Personally, I think 27 to 28.
And the lady pastor influenced that significantly.
No, not the lady pastor though. But
Or she just confirmed what you already believe.
yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Would you marry a younger man?
No.
Oh, why? Oh, all right. Thank God for Lady C. So my wife is 2 years older than me, and I'm very happily married. I'm in my 33rd year. But that's okay. You know the beautiful thing about this, the reason why this panel is just listening to you and not trying to intervene is because you can't use your example as a yardstick for somebody. So when people are saying this is what they want to do, just listen and learn from it. Where it gets to a certain point, you can bring perspective, but everyone's journey is unique. So your lady pastor is unique, me too, I'm unique. I won't advise to marry somebody older than you just because I did it. No, I'm happily married, and I'll do it the same way if I was to do it again. But it doesn't mean somebody else should do it. Somebody else could find it very problematic. So it's fine, Chris. Earlier on, you're supposed to answer the question about, you think I've forgotten, how do you become targeted in your choice without becoming seemingly transactional? And then bring us back into the issue of ideal age, your perspective on that. And I'll hear from you as well, ideal age. Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Yes. How do you do targeted without being transactional? One of the things I tell people is recognizing the value of relationships. I tell you, in my own courtship with the person who is my wife now, I remember I told her, and I remember very well, I told her, listen, let's be clear. I am a passionate believer in relationships and networks. So let's settle that. If you're okay with that, we can continue this journey. If you're not okay, I'll let you make that decision yourself. So in saying that, one of the things I bring to that whole concept is the fact that, like Proverbs says, if you are looking at having friends, you must be friendly. So one of the best ways that you don't end up becoming transactional is where you're looking at how you can support the person and how you can be of value to them. And so that's what I would say. I've heard a number of people say, find the right person. And I'm asking myself, okay, so what happened to me being the right person? So that's what I would say to that first question. In terms of ideal age, I would rather say it very much depends. What people call getting ready to marry is typically in the sense that you finished your university degree and the assumption is that you're ready to marry. When I finished my first degree, I was still very young. In fact, I think I was about 22, 23. And
what age did you get married?
I got married at 32.
I got married at 24 years, 11 months.
Yeah. So
you did equalize fees.
Yeah.
I got married very early. So again, the thoughts we were sharing, I was smiling and saying, there you go.
So I don't think it's hard and fast.
No, at all. At all. If somebody wants 35, the Lord bless you.
Yeah.
Anita says, Charlie, you miss enjoying seeing the children grow if you marry late. But everybody's story is different. Awesome. Let me come to you, Charles and Bella, to give me your perspectives on the parts of the conversation that went by so fast. Ideal age, and then marrying an older or younger person.
I think my story is quite similar to yours. Right. I also got married at the age of 24 years and 11 months.
That's it. Clap for you.
And my wife is also 2 years older.
Too powerful.
And it's the best decision I ever made.
There you go. What are the odds?
Yeah, what are the odds?
So I think that there's a misconception that men make, that men want to be financially mature before they make the call. But you miss out knowing that one shall chase 1,000 and two shall chase 10,000.
There you go.
Right.
There
So
you
if
go.
you find the right... So I understand your view that you want to be 50, or if it takes 50. But then the reality is, if you find the right person, you may get there at 35.
Yeah.
Because then you can build together at 25. And the two of you can do more in 10 years than what you alone would do single-handedly. Right? And so you have to understand the value and the reason for marriage. It's not that I want to finish everything I can and then go look for the person to enjoy it with. It's how do I find somebody I can build something with? Because the challenge is if they didn't understand the process and the journey, when they come in later, if you are not lucky, they will crumble it, right? Because if I remember, I used to take stroll with my wife and we were not married then, and I said, look, there will come a day we will both be driving in separate cars and travel the world. But today we're working together. And if time comes in future, when things get tough, we can sell all the cars and still work together.
There you go. Like I told Anita, once in a year you see something. Hey! No, let's clap for this place. She says he has said everything. Literally has taken a photograph of what she would have said and said it together. But that's the beauty about working together. I tell you what, we could have this conversation all day long and all night long. You've been an amazing audience.
Oh,
In case you are wondering why we designed this program this way, the answer is very simple. We can't assume that our intelligent, powerful, accomplished, ambitious young people don't have ideas of their own. We can't speak for you. Today we dedicated the show to you to hear what you are saying, and what you said this week and last week have been inspirational, have been instructive, have been food for thought for us. And it's a reminder that we have raised a generation by God's grace that know what they want and that are willing to explore the world. So congratulations on the wide perspectives that you have shared. My only thought is that if in the journey of life you find new knowledge that challenges the positions you have taken, don't feel ashamed to change your mind. Like I said in our last conversation last week, an architect can design a building and say, I'll finish this building with this amount of resource at this time. When the rubber hits the road, you can find out that, oh, you were wrong about the initial assumptions. No shame in saying, oh, I decided to do these 4 things before. Now I think that 2 should be fine or 1 should be fine. Or even, you know what, find the right person, let's do it together. It's okay. If you change your mind on anything you said here, don't say the whole world heard me on radio and television. So what? So what? For anyone who said you are not even sure whether you marry, when you decide to marry, please send us an invite. We will come and give you morale and remind you that you said you will marry and you have changed your mind. There's no shame. So all in all, I struggle to select which perspective is the biggest one I'm carrying away. If anything, I can collectively say this group of young people and friends of young people has been great fun and great learning and great company, and it's the best way we could have celebrated. So my final dedication, apart from thanking my resource persons, Charles Karim Busumpra, Bella Karim Busumpra, and Chris Diaba, and my in-studio amazing crew, my final dedication is to you, our viewers and listeners. Listen, we can't do this show without you. You are the reason why we do this every single week. We've hit almost 1,000 broadcasts. We just are going closer and closer to 1,000 broadcasts. Think about it. Every Sunday for the past 18 years. And we are still as primed as we were when we began this journey. Because every single week, I meet someone that says, I heard you, I heard what was said, and my life has not been the same again. What else do we want? But to continue impacting the lives of people. So thank you for being who you are. Let's put that together for our audience. Radio, television, online, even in our writings. And talking about our writings, I have 3 brand new books sitting right there on the shelf in front of me. The flagship one is 10 times better and is done amazingly well since it came out a month and a half ago. So that's 10 times better. Then we have Kingdom First, and we also have a poetic collection, Planted by the Rivers of Water by Comfort and that is 29 and counting in our writings. They just bring together what we say on these platforms so you can read and be inspired. If you want a copy of these books, call or WhatsApp the number 024-9999-000. Even if you want 1,000, we'll deliver it to your doorstep. And the delivery is at no cost to you if you're in Accra, and then a marginal cost if you're outside Accra. But hey, let's make this happen every week to the glory of God and for building the good society. This has been brought to you by the Springboard Roadshow Foundation in partnership with MTN Ghana, the Enterprise Group, and the Ghana Growth Program, itself a collaboration between MasterCard Foundation and Springboard. Our big thank you to our media partners, Joy FM, Joy News, Graphic, and of course the Springboard channel on YouTube. My name as always, Albert Ocran, saying God bless you, and all of us together, God bless you.
Turn around.